What is going on today, guys? AU here, and today we're bringing you the UGL Week 2 Team Builder video. I've been so busy the past 3 days. I've been moving into a new apartment, so not gonna lie, a lot of prep was not able to happen with this team, but we are using our brand new transactions, a lot of our brand new transactions actually, in this battle. And if you missed what transaction I made, check out the last video. It'll be in the card up at the top here, and just go ahead and kind of listen through my thought process on what I dropped, what I picked up. We did pick up Urshifu Rapid Strike. As you can see, we picked up rotom-mow, aromatease, and piloswine. So those were just a couple of the pickups we got, and 4 of the 6 that we traded are on the team this week, which is a pretty good sign because we're getting use out of them. So before I jump into anything, I do want to say that if you are new here, subscribe and hit the like button, because that's what's going to help me out the most. Hopefully everything sounds good. Hopefully everything looks good. You can see behind me, everything looks good, different, because I am in it. Like I said, I moved into a new apartment, so hopefully setting everything up is smooth and works. But I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the team builder for what we have this week. It's crazy because the week that I made all my transactions and kind of picked up Urshifu Rapid, I picked up Pelipper and all that kind of stuff. I have to face Zeraora, which of course is like, why wouldn't I have to face Zeraora? The only good thing about his team is his grass type is Tangela, so offensively his grass type does not scare me. Defensively, it's kind of scary, but I don't know if he brings it. I'm assuming Zeraora, Necrozma, Klefki, Crook, Araquanid, and Noivern or Hitmontop. If it's not Hitmontop, then I'm going to assume he's going to be Intimidate Crocodile. If he is Moxie Crocodile, then that kind of is better for us, because we don't really die to anything Crook wants to hit us with. All Crook is really scary for is the same thing Hitmontop is scary for. It gets Intimidates off on Flygon, off on Urshifu Rapid, and off on Piloswine or Scizor. So a lot of those things don't really want Intimidates on them. But looking a little bit more at the matchup, I had a rough draft kind of planned out in my team builder, and I had Bronzong on here at one point, I had Pelipper on here at one point, but Necrozma just scares me. So like Cosmic Power, Calm Mind. Cosmic Power is scarier because he gets defense boost. Calm Mind is manageable because Urshifu Rapid hits insanely hard. It's kind of dumb how hard Urshifu hits. We 2-hit KO with Liquidation, and on non-invested, I think at max HP we have like a 60% chance to 2-hit KO. Like, it's crazy. Urshifu Rapid is completely broken. But to kind of counter the potential Cosmic Power stored power set or Calm Mind stored power set, we have Piloswine here with Roar to kind of phase that Necrozma out. It works also with sub bulk up Zeraora, which is something he brought last week. Obviously we have to watch out for the close combats, but Blaze Kick's not going to do a ton to us because we are thick fat. I don't see why he wouldn't bring Blaze Kick. If he's bulk up, then he's going to have bulk up, Plasma Fist, Blaze Kick, knockoff, I would say. I don't think if he brings Blaze Kick, he brings close combat. Like, I don't really see, looking at my team, there's not a lot of things he can hit with close combat outside of Piloswine. So I think he's probably just going to be Blaze Kick, because that's going to hit Piloswine, that's going to hit Scizor, and that's going to hit Rotom. And obviously I don't want to switch into a knockoff on really anything. I kind of like my items on all my Pokemon this week, so I really need my items on all my Pokemon this week. But we do have the Piloswine here. It's EV'd for obviously a Blaze Kick and a couple hits from Necrozma. We have the Roar for those 2 Pokemon. We have Stealth Rocks because in my last draft I had no Stealth Rock users. Now I have Bronzong and Piloswine. We're bringing Stealth Rock Bronzong this week. We have Earthquake for the Zeraora, and it really hits anything that's not it hits anything on his team that's not immune to it. So obviously it's not going to hit Noivern or really Tangela that hard, but Tangela is not really a switch into like an Ice Shard, so it's going to hit Klefki. It hits Crook pretty hard, it hits Necrozma pretty hard. Araquanid is one of the ones that it doesn't hit great. Also Corsola G, but if we get a knockoff on Corsola G, then we're going to be doing pretty good in that aspect of things. But overall, Piloswine I think is going to add a lot of what we need in this matchup, because again, the matchup, I think it's more of like it's not greatly in his favor, but I would choose him in this matchup. But I think if we play right, even if we make a couple mistakes, our team is more than capable of handling his team. Like I said, the Necrozma is the scariest thing, because we are also bringing Scarf Flygon this week. Obviously, it's kind of predictable, but we need a way to just deal with that Zeraora. So that's going to be something that we really need to make sure that we're doing correctly. We can't just throw away Flygon because it's one of our only ways to deal with Zeraora. We also have Stone Edge for the Araquanid and Dragon Claw just to kind of hit everything else outside of Klefki. If Klefki's not Magnet Rise, we hit it with an Earthquake. We have to watch out for Magnet Rise, though we kind of have to scout for that. He is going to probably want to T-Wave a lot of my team. So he's going to have Wisp and T-Wave between Corsola and Klefki if they come. So I have Heal Bell on Aromatisse, and I also have Wish Protect Moonblast. Again, this is more EV'd for Necrozma, and what else is on his team? It's EV'd for Necrozma and Noivern for the most part. Even Flash Cannon is doing under half to the Aromatisse, so that's a good thing. So we have the Wish Protect to kind of pass back and forth between the Pokemon. Piloswine and Rotom both appreciate Wishes because they're switch-ins to Zeraora and to Crocodile and to Araquanid, so those things are gonna get low on HP, so we need to come in, Wish at the right time, get that Wish passed off at the right time, be able to kind of keep our team's longevity in the game. We have Rotom here. Like I said, I had Pelipper, but I wanted Scald and Hurricane, and I wanted Defog, and I wanted U-Turn, and it just wasn't working, because without Hurricane, I had no way to hit Araquanid. Water Absorb or even Water Bubble Araquanid kind of just really walled my whole team, and I don't want to make Araquanid stronger in the rain, so I dropped Pelipper, put Rotom on here, and I think it's actually pretty good. We've got Toxic for a bulk up set without sub on Zeraora. We've also got it for a Cosmic Power set on Necrozma. Even Araquanid, we can Toxic Araquanid, Hitmontop. Probably don't want a Toxic Flareon just in case he is Guts. Even if he's not Toxic Orb, he could still be Guts, so probably don't want a Toxic there. Tangela can Toxic there. So out of his team, we also for pivoting, Defog for Sticky Webs, Spikes, and Stealth Rock. I'm hoping he just straight up brings Stealth Rock Necrozma and not any kind of stored power set, because Rotom comes in and deals with every single one of those hazards. The only thing Sticky Webs really hurts is gonna be my Urshifu, because Scizor obviously has priority with Bullet Punch. It's gonna be clicking that priority most of the time. We're also running pretty much max HP, Adamant, and really speed, so the Sticky Webs aren't going to hurt me all that much. Not affected by Sticky Webs on Rotom, not affected by Sticky Webs on Flygon, which is huge. That's actually really huge. It's the only reason I didn't run Scarf Urshifu this week, because Scarf Urshifu actually kind of wrecked this whole team, but Sticky Webs hurt. So Flygon or Scarfer in this match. Obviously, KJ the Piloswine, he doesn't care about Sticky Webs. Aromatisse doesn't really care about Sticky Webs. So really, Celestial is the only one here that's going to really care about Sticky Webs. But even still, like, there's just no switch in. There's no switch into a liquid post combat. Zeraora can't switch into a liquidation. It does like 90 something, like 99%. It 2-hit KOs Necrozma. Can kind of switch in would be Araquanid if he's Water Absorb, which I would be happier with Water Absorb than I would, because that means that liquidation isn't going to do a ton to Rotom or to Scizor or to Flygon or Aromatisse, so I'd much rather him be Water Absorb. We have Aqua Jet on the Urshifu. Like, do you think I run Aqua Jet or U-Turn on this Pokemon? Because I felt like anything that came in and threatened Urshifu was just going to force me to hard switch, which meant that U-Turn was only there for if I read a switch, but even still with Urshifu, you don't need to read a switch. Everything takes a ton of damage. So I was like, I think Aqua Jet's better, and it does like 50% to Zeraora. Like, it's insane. The damage calcs with Aqua Jet on this Pokemon is insane, and he has no way to stop it outside of Water Bubble or Araquanid. So Aqua Jet, even if he has Calm Mind Necrozma, we come in, we Aqua Jet. We get Chip on it, we come in, we Aqua Jet. So, or even come in and Bullet Punch with Scizor. So like, we're able to deal with a bunch of this thing. So like I said, overall, I like our team here. It took me a good Scizor. So I kind of put those Pokemon together that day, and then the next day I came back and did my defensive calcs on Rotom, Aromatisse, and Piloswine. And I also changed a couple moves. I didn't have Roar at first, but then I was like, Necrozma kind of walls me if it starts getting Calm Minds up or Cosmic Powers up, so I need Roar. So I put Roar on here, and then I also changed U-turn to Aqua Jet. So I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to start team building. I just figured I would walk you guys through that to kind of see how y'all prep for any league matches or how you prep for a game or anything, because I know everybody's different. I kind of like the way that it happened this week, because like I said, I put my 6 in, left it, came back, saw, oh, I messed up here, I need to change this a little bit, and then worked on my win cons, came back the next day, noticed a couple moves were wrong, did some defensive calcs, and then the team I ended up with, I think is what I like. So I might start doing that week to week now. It might work out a little bit better than just building it the night before and calling it a day. But also building it the night before was working at one point and has been working for a while. I'm 6-1 in one league where I just prep the night before and sometimes the day of. Granted, my team is a lot more broken in that league, but it's still like it's been working for me. So I'm kind of torn on which way I want to go. I guess we'll see how this game goes today. But Ralphie is a pretty good player, and I'm kind of excited to go ahead and battle him. We battle in about an hour and a half, so that's going to be interesting, especially with how busy I've been. Hopefully my Elgato and everything is working, and everything is set up correctly. But that I just kind of rambled on here at the end just because I feel like I haven't done a video in a good while. But yeah, so check out the battle tomorrow, and if you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you.